It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Here I am in Kingston, Canada. I'm having a great time. I got to tell you, it's a little bit colder than St. Louis. But I'm standing here with Norm McConkey. How are you doing, Norm?
I'm doing fantastic, Ray.
Man, it was fantastic meeting the team today and learning a little bit more about MPS Toolbox. But I got to tell you, my friends, you know, a lot of people have heard me on the bandwagon talking about e-commerce, kind of beating the hell out of e-commerce. But when I came up here and I met with Norm's team, what I realized was, Norm, you've got one of the world's largest databases of print equipment and the supplies in the industry. I think you have 15,000 devices and 150,000 different supply items. Is that right?
We add more to it every day, right?
I mean, okay, folks, here's the deal. You know, I'm a big fan of NextAir and I love data. And, you know, BEI, they've done a great job with the service analytics and the data around printers and all the service components. But what I realized here today was Norm at MPS Toolbox has one of the largest databases explaining to a dealer what printers are in the marketplace, what the supplies that go in those printers, but more importantly, here's the thing that everybody else might be missing. Norm has the connection to all the wholesalers and all the suppliers. Is that correct? I mean,
absolutely.
This is really phenomenal stuff. I mean, I'm really excited. Obviously, you can tell.
Synex, Ingram, Supplies Network, Clover, you name it, we have a connection to them.
You know, I got to tell you, my friends, so we're going to do a webinar. Mark your calendars, February 24th. It's a Wednesday. You're going to get an invite from MPS Toolbox. You need to register that webinar because we're going to teach you how to use data to capture revenue from your customers who are giving the money away that should be going to your families to somebody else's. So if you want to keep the dinner on your own table, then you need to understand how to sell your customers everything they're buying, especially the things that you can sell. You know, Norm, we talk a whole lot about diversification in the imaging channel. You got to get into IT services. You got to get, I mean, there's some people selling water coolers. There's all kinds of different approaches to that. But in all reality, when I'm looking at the data, and you're going to show us a little snapshot of that, but I'm sitting here looking at the data. Here's a particular customer. For every printer and copier that's under maintenance, that's under a contractual MPS agreement, in this particular case, there's like 30% of the entire volume added to that's not on contract. To me, that's just crazy. That's crazy money. It's
actually the other way around. We look at about, if 30% of the devices are contracted under an MPS agreement, 70% are typically transaction, and the customer's seeing no revenue from those whatsoever.
So basically, for every printer that's on contract, there's between 5 and 7 that aren't.
Absolutely.
This is insane numbers. Can you show us an example of that really quick? Because we want to kind of show you what this is all about.
Sure. I've got a good dealer that, in this example, they've got about 15,000 different devices under their remote monitoring system. In this case, they use PrintFleet.
Okay.
In this case, they have about 30% of those devices that are managed, but here's a good look at some devices that they don't have managed. So in this example, we're pulling the data from the remote monitoring system, we're mixing it with our database of all the information about that particular printer, and we also know the prices and the products that are available to that reseller. So you can see here right away, this device here, Konica Minolta BizHub C3100, they have obviously 4 device types that are in there. 2 of them right now have no supplies whatsoever. That customer's probably not even able to print. They got to action that. They got to do something about it. That customer, if they were using our system and they were putting it all together, right away the customer could go to a website, click add to cart, add to cart. If we look up, this is just one device within one of our customers' accounts that has dozens of devices. You see some are pretty familiar. Typical fleet. Yeah, maybe they're a Konica Minolta dealer, lots of HP devices, some of them 4200s I see, 10, 15, even 20 years old, some of the devices.
Well, Norm, I know I asked your team a little bit ago to kind of put together a number on this. So if we looked at this particular scenario here, and they were able to sell 1 cartridge to the printers that weren't on contract, if they could just sell them 1 cartridge, what would that revenue be? What would that come out to?
Sure, we run this math for everybody all the time. In this example, with a customer that has about 5,000 managed devices and 10,000 unmanaged devices, they sell $420,000 of supplies every month into their account base.
Well, the key word is they don't sell it.
No.
The competitor that you never saw coming, that you're not paying attention to, it's not the copier dealer down the street, it's Amazon. So folks, I got to tell you something. I hope you tune into this webinar where we're going to really break down some more of the details of this. But the missing link to revenue for the imaging channel is, you know, it is about diversification, But for the love of Jesus, let's sell our customers the supplies that they're buying from somebody else so we can keep that money. So Norm, I'm going to end this like I always do. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and have a fantastic day, my friends.
Thank you.